All right, I now want to shift focus to what is happening in the national capital as politics over testing, over results from the hospital peaks in Delhi. And now, Dr. Harshvardhan has also jumped into this controversy. Delhi has crossed 25,000 mark after reporting 1,359 new cases in the last 24 hours. 22 new COVID deaths have been added to the total, taking the toll of the national capital to 650. The Delhi government is clearly feeling the pressure as it has issued a show-cause notice to 7 laboratories, private laboratories, for allegedly violating the ICMR guidelines by testing asymptomatic patients. Meanwhile, a war of words is broken out between Union Health Minister Harshvardhan and Delhi Health Minister Satyendra Jain over COVID test results from center-run Ram Manohar Lohia Hospital. A day after Aam Aadmi Party claimed that the center-run RML hospital was giving out false coronavirus test results, Health Minister said Kejriwal government should focus on improving health infrastructure of Delhi rather than seeking cheap publicity. Alarmed by the spike in the COVID-19 cases, Harshvardhan has also asked the government of Delhi to ramp up the testing facilities.
आपको और लैब्स खोलनी है, आप खोल लीजिए, हम उसके लिए सपोर्ट करेंगे आपको, ऐसा नहीं है. बट डोंट ब्लेम जो इंस्टीट्यूशनलाइज्ड मैकेनिज्म्स हैं, रिप्यूटेड मैकेनिज्म्स हैं, और आप जो पैथोलॉजिस्ट जो टेस्ट करते हैं, दे आर ऑल हाईली क्वालिफाइड पीपल. कोई किसी पॉजिटिव को नेगेटिव कहने का आपको कोई अधिकार नहीं है, किसी नेगेटिव को पॉजिटिव कहने का कोई अधिकार आपको नहीं है. इसलिए वी डोंट वांट टू गेट इनटू दीज कंट्रोवर्सीज. We have to go by the professional opinions.
Okay. Raghav Chadha of the Aam Aadmi Party is joining us on the broadcast, and I want to get Mr. Chadda's response to a number of things, and we'll keep playing out certain information for him. Raghav, I want to start by asking you, Dr. Harshvardhan, and you were the first one to make that allegation that RML is fudging data. Their results are not as dependable as the results from other hospitals. Health Minister Harshvardhan has completely brushed it aside. He has said, don't make these false accusations. Focus on increasing testing. He has accused the government of Delhi of reducing testing at a time when they should be focusing on improving the testing facilities.
I think only a person who's completely oblivious to the facts, who has absolutely no knowledge of the facts and figures of the testing facility in the city of Delhi would make a comment like an ignorant comment like that. Let me put some facts before you. And the facts are as follows. Delhi is conducting the highest number of tests per day. We are testing more than 12,000 people per million population, which is the highest in the country. The average of the country is 2,500 tests per million. Delhi, on the other hand, is conducting 12,000 tests per million, which is 4 times the national average. That's point number one. Point number two, as far as his charges, his discomfort regarding our claims on the the authenticity of the tests that are being conducted at Ram Manohar Lohia Hospital are concerned, let me make the following points in a very subtle manner. Number one, we have not accused the union government or any political party or any administrator or any person for that matter. We have, as a responsible political party in the city, and as a party that has been elected by the people to run the administration in Delhi, made the people aware of the fact that the Ram Manohar Lohia Hospital is not publishing correct results. There is a variation of 45%. Had there been a variation of 5 to 7% in their results, one could have understood that perhaps this is a variation that is, that falls under the margin of error. But having 45% variation in your COVID-19 testing is a huge variation. Secondly, there is unexplainable delay on the part of the
understand one thing.
Lohia Hospital as well.
Yes. Okay, I don't have any other panelists, and there is a specific reason for that. I quickly wanted to put across concerns from the people of Delhi, and I wanted you to quickly respond to that. Number two, Raghav, as you are claiming, and you are rightly claiming, that Delhi is testing, the testing is among the highest in the country, way above the national average. The number of cases in Delhi, the infection rate in Delhi is also among the highest in the country. Cumulative, Delhi stands at number 3, and the number of the rate of infection in Delhi right now is among the top 2 in the country, Raghav. The government of Delhi is being accused of only looking at favorable data and not focusing on testing more at a time when infection rate is increasing at a very high speed.
I agree with you that Delhi is on number 3. I think nobody can deny that, and we in Delhi are deeply, deeply concerned and worried. Delhi suffered a double blow, a double setback, a double whammy, simply because the Indira Gandhi International Airport, which is the busiest airport of the country, is in Delhi, and all foreign travelers and Indians who were overseas, you come to Delhi, and this is an infection that was brought from overseas. So therefore, Delhi had to suffer that. Along with that, the epicenter of the Markaz event was also Delhi, and we had to suffer another blow. Delhi is a highly populous city, and therefore, as a result of these two things, we in Delhi have seen that the infection rate is growing by leaps and bounds. I agree with you. We are number 3 when it comes to the overall positive cases, the infected people. But at the same time, the most critical number to look at is the mortality number, that is the death rate. If you were to compare the death rate of Delhi vis-a-vis other states, you will find that we are on number 10. We may be number 3 in terms of infection, but in terms of mortality, we're number 10. This shows that those who are getting infected in Delhi are being given good care, are being treated well, so that they can return to their homes after due treatment and recovery. And only a very small percentage of them actually do lose their lives. And we are absolutely sorry that even those had to lose their lives. Our effort is to bring it down significantly. And lastly, let me say this in conclusion, that the death rate of the country is 2.8%, and the death rate of India, of Delhi, is 2.5%. We are much below the national average, even when it comes to the mortality number.
But with that, there are also pending deaths which are now being included in the daily death toll. So we don't know how significantly and how quickly that situation can change, Raghav. You also know almost 50 deaths are being added every single day. And these are not the deaths which are happening in 24 hours. These are cumulative deaths which are being added of the previous deaths pending with the committee as well. So this figure possibly can change. But Raghav, you were saying that the focus of the government is right now to provide best infrastructure as far as the people of Delhi are concerned. There are a number of cases, and I'm sure you have also seen it on social media, where people are complaining they are not being tested even if they have symptoms. There are people, those who are not getting hospital beds. There are complaints after complaints of that. Is the government of Delhi somewhere? Do you need to streamline the process? Are you losing the plot as the number of cases are rising, Raghav?
Well, first of all, I do agree that some people had to face a lot of difficulty in getting themselves admitted at a private hospital in Delhi, in some occasions even a government-run facility. And I deeply regret that experience. And it's a pandemic. It is an unprecedented situation for all of us to deal with. And we're trying to improve our facilities with each passing day. Most of those complaints we certainly investigated and found that most of them were misplaced. The concerns were misplaced, and the facts that were put out in the videos were not entirely true. However, some of them were genuine, some of them were true, and we are truly, truly sorry for that. We're trying to improve our medical health infrastructure and trying to ensure that nobody has to go through that experience. For example, a particular video that surfaced yesterday, which gained a lot of traction. When I come to, may I just finish? May I just finish? If I were to respond to that, I mean, I do certainly regret the death of the concerned gentleman, and I offer my heartfelt condolences. But the facts that were put out were entirely correct, and the hospital issued a press release to deny those facts. In fact, the patient was admitted in our LNJP hospital and was given oxygen and was treated for a couple of hours. contrary to the claims made by the bereaved family members. So therefore, I think it's a pandemic. It is a very difficult situation for all of us. Let us come together and work together rather than leveling these allegations against each other.
I understand what you're saying, though that statement has come from LNJP. It's not for a couple of hours, but they are saying that the patient came in at 7 o'clock and he was at 7:30 brought declared dead. So it's about half an hour that they were at the LNJP hospital.
No,
but Raghav, before I let you go, a very quick question, because I'm now going to put out, Raghav, a reality check that we have done on the Delhi government COVID app. And what we see in this app, because I have to let you go, so I want to ask you this question before we tell our viewers. There is still a lot of work, Raghav, that needs to be done to streamline the process. There are a lot of hospitals which are listed in the app. Those who are saying we are not yet ready or are not taking patients, saying that the government is not updating the numbers on the app as quickly. Do you think that these problems need to be tackled with, because this app possibly could have eased a lot of anxiety of the people if they can just look at the numbers and call up hospital and get admission?
The concept of this app, Ankit, is to put together a platform which puts out data on a real-time basis when it comes to availability of beds, ventilators, ICU, critical care unit, etc., etc. Now, it's a one-of-a-kind product that the government of Delhi has, prepared. We certainly do anticipate that there will be certain teething problems, initially as we move along. And we do also anticipate that in the first few days of this app, the hospitals, the private hospitals, may not be, be in a position or so well versed with the system that they would be able to update it on a real-time basis. I think let's give it a couple of more days. Let the entire paraphernalia come together. Let private hospitals as well as government-run hospitals come on board fully and start updating on the data on the app. I think in a couple of days, you will find that the data will be streamlined and the figures put out by the app would be accurate. I can certainly, bring this to your notice that as of now, most of the figures that you find on the app are accurate. We are doing a detailed exercise of personally reaching out to administrators of each and every hospital. So, and we have given them login IDs and passwords. They're logging onto the platform, updating their records on an hourly basis. And I'm very hopeful that in a maximum period of 2 days, you would find this app to be fully streamlined, giving accurate numbers.
Raghav Chadha, thank you so much for joining us.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.